Hi everyone, Bernard here. I hope you're all staying safe and well, and welcome to my film and TV channel. I hope you enjoy what I've got for you today, and please check out as you're watching this little links on screen as well for different things on my Facebook and Twitter, and of course my football channel as well. And please, all your comments are very welcome. Just let us know and push that subscribe button. Don't forget, please push the subscribe button. Make sure your notification set to public as well if you want to know when these vlogs are coming out. Push that notification button as well. So anyway, please enjoy. Today we're going to look at The Unholy, a drama horror mystery, a 15 rating, 99 minutes length and 92 minutes runtime, so you get about 6 or 7 minutes credits on this. Written, produced and directed by Evan Spilotopoulos, there you go, in his directorial debut, based on the 1983 novel by James Herbert, The Shrine. I like a bit of James Herbert, don't well, I do anyway. Produced by Sam Raimi through his Ghost House Pictures banner. Stars Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Katie Aselton, William Sadler, Diogo Morgado, Cricket Brown, that's a good name, isn't it, Cricket Brown, and Carrie Elwes, and it follows a young hearing impaired girl who is visited by the Virgin Mary, supposedly, and can suddenly hear, speak and heal the sick. As people from near and far flock to witness her miracles, a disgraced journalist, yes, played by Jeffrey Dean Morgan, I do like a bit of Jeffrey Dean Morgan, hoping to revive his career, visits a small New England, not his acting career, his journalist career, his character's career, visits a small New England town to investigate. As terrifying events begin to happen all around him, he starts questioning if these miracles are the works of the Virgin Mary or something more sinister. Yeah, well, we sort of know that from the outset of the film, to be honest with you, but it builds it up, doesn't it? These scores are as at the 31st of July 2021. 4 p.m. UK time. Rotten Tomatoes reports that only 26% of the 55 critics gave this film a positive review, so not great. An average rating of 4.8 out of 10. A bit mean. That's 14 fresh and 41 rotten. Benjamin Lee of The Guardian, he was a bit rotten on it. He said that the script's many shortcomings would perhaps be easy to forgive if the visuals were a little less shoddy. Something that stings even more when one glances to the credits and sees producer Sam Raimi's name. I didn't think it was that bad, but perhaps he watched it on a bigger screen than me. Owen Gleiberman, he had a fresh review on it, he had a fresh side to it. He's from Variety. The Unholy has a religious plot that actually works for it, he said. Well, that's very simple. He didn't waste his words. On Tomatoes audience, not too bad actually. 57% positivity, so almost at the 60%. But if you look at the scores, it's 3.3 out of 5. That's the verified audience. So these guys have actually paid to watch this. So 3.3 out of 5 equates to 6.6 out of 10 if my maths is correct. So that's not a total disaster. The website's consensus, rarely scary and often dull, they say. The Unholy falls back on the same tired tropes that have already been done to death by countless other religious horror movies. Yeah, I mean, excuse me, there's nothing particularly new in this, unfortunately. But then again, sometimes you want to, you are used to these tropes, and perhaps you just not seen one for a while and you don't mind. But there you go. Metacritic assigned an average score of 36 out of 100, so that's not great, is it? That's based on 15 critics, just 1 positive, 9 mixed and 5 negative reviews. The Hollywood Reporter's David Rooney, he didn't think much of it. He gave it 5 out of 10. That was sort of an average sort of score on the reviews on Metacritic. After an intriguing setup that takes its time building atmosphere and characters, declining to rush the first death, the film becomes progressively more overwrought and hokey. It also loads up on derivative tropes that work better everywhere from Ringu through the Conjuring universe. Okay, Internet Movie Database, 5.1 out of 10, so not fantastic. That's based on 12,150 reviews as I'm doing this, reviews and scores. Of that, 5,476, give it a 6+, so 45%. So again, just under half. So again, not a total disaster. Right, my little thoughts on this. Yeah, I mean, If you think of the Conjuring universe, I'm sure the films in that are more than a $10 million budget, which is what this had. And to be honest with you, you know, the Conjuring universe is probably some pretty poor efforts, to be honest. So I'm looking at a 10 million budget. I'm looking at a film that's not been promoted as a massive film, and I'm having a slightly different view to what's already been said in these critics. I went in this to watch it with fairly low expectations, as the scores weren't great, as you can see from there. But there's a lot of negativity reading through the reviews as well. But not just the critics reviewing it negatively, obviously the public as well. I do like Jeffrey D. Morgan, I must admit, although he can be a bit samey in his roles that he plays. Obviously, he can be the same sort of character. But in this, I don't think he is. I think he's not too bad in this, but I thought he did an okay job here, as did most of the actors in this, even though they have received some criticisms on some reviews I've read. Of course, as I said, nothing new in this. We've seen it all before, but I thought it was okay. I think because my expectations were quite low, I perhaps enjoyed it perhaps a little bit more. A simple plot, very probably unoriginal, and a story that lacks scares, some said, but I thought all right, yeah, unoriginal, not very original, but it sort of made me jump a couple of times. Yeah, I wasn't scared out of my wits, of course I wasn't, but this is a Dementor type nasty in this, if you think of Dementors from Harry Potter, and it did have its sort of jump scare moments, obviously sort of laid on a plate, but I thought they were okay, and there wasn't perhaps enough of a body build up to keep people thoroughly entertained. I would like to see a few more dead bodies, for instance, but that's probably where it does lack a little bit. But I didn't mind the simple story back up. And as I said, if you think back to the Conjuring universe, it was far better than some of the supposedly clever and bigger budget horror type films we've put out over the last couple of years. So I'm not going to have too much of a downer on it. On the basis of that, as I said, it wasn't as bad as I was expecting, and I would have to give it my little watchable score. I'm going to give a watchable score of 6 out of 10. You'll probably say, "Oh, Burner, what you're on about is boring," but no, I thought it was okay. I thought it was okay. And obviously, the acting helps, of course. Obviously, as I said, it's. He doesn't always hit the mark, does he? Obviously, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, but I quite liked him in this. I liked his character. I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit more of his grizzled journalist character as well. So I think if you go into this, if you've not seen it already, keep your expectations low, and you might be okay with this. Say, I think I'm just going to give it a 6 out of 10, my watchable rating. I've been a bit kind, but I think that's because I was pleasantly surprised based on what I'd seen. This is actually out to buy as I'm recording this, actually, because it's been a couple of days since I did the review scores and script for this. So it's out to buy from the 2nd of August. So as you're watching this, it should be available to buy. $9.99 on DVD and $14.99 on Blu-ray. That's in store in the UK and online as well. Just check your territories wherever you are. As I said, I certainly wouldn't put you off. Certainly wouldn't put you off buying it. As I said, if you're a Mr. Morgan fan, then it even better. So that's the Unholy. Anyway, let me know what you think if you've got to watch this. Anyway, thanks for watching. What we're going to do the rest of the day, have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other. So we'll meet here again on the Film and TV channel, or perhaps have a flit across, have a look at my Citizen channel, my Manchester City football channel. Wherever it is, I only ask one thing. Please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.